Hey everybody, my name is President. Welcome back to Falcon Falls, episode 21. So how are you all doing? I'm doing pretty well, and I'm ready to get you another video here. I've recovered from my cold, so yeah, I'm ready to get going. But anyway, so this episode is going to be really great. We're going to be making a harbor. I mean, I haven't actually made a harbor, ever in Cities Skylines. This is going to be a cool experience here, and the amount of progress we actually got done in this episode was absolutely crazy. So you'll see, how the map looks at the end of the video, or not actually the end of the video, sometime in the middle when we switch to the live gameplay, and it'll be good. But we've gotten a lot done, and this harbor, I'm so happy with how it came out, and the whole area is still completely unfinished. It's a huge project. I wanted to go for a really big harbor, so there are a lot of aspects to how I need to make it work, and I don't know. So I guess you can see right now I'm sort of molding it. I'm figuring out where I want different piers and stuff to be, where I want really everything to be. And I mean, a lot of this layout doesn't actually stay, but I change it a lot off camera. I mean, a lot of the stuff is off camera because I don't want to make the time-lapse too long. And also, I've made the whole time-lapse 800% speed this time, which I think is a really good speed. I'm looking at it now, and you can actually see what's going on, which I don't think you could say before. A lot of the time, it was a little bit too fast. But now I think this is perfect. Hopefully, you guys agree. But yeah, anyway. We've got this building placement going. I'm placing a bunch of warehouses. I'm just trying to figure out where I want everything to go. A lot of the, again, this whole area doesn't stay like this. Like those two harbor asset things there, they don't actually stay there. And it all changes because I had this issue where in this area that's sort of enclosed, whenever I load them, this is still happening for some reason, even though it's, shouldn't be. Like, whenever I load my map up, a bunch of waves just, appear, and a lot of stuff, goes underwater and then abandons, which is really, really annoying, because it happens every time I load a map. So, I might have to just leave it like that, and just replace the, seawalls whenever I'm wanting to do a cinematic or something. But yeah, it's just really annoying. I don't know, I'll show you if I can in the live gameplay. I don't know if I can, because again, it just happens right when I load the game. But if I can't show you, I don't know. If any of you know how to fix that, just tell me, because it's sort of annoying. But I mean, right now we're placing some warehouses. Like, I'm using a combination of Avanya warehouses, the British warehouses, and the Brooklyn warehouses, which I think all look really nice together. And I don't know, I just think it looks great in the end. You'll see. And just especially with how I detailed it, I think it looks great. Like, this is really where I shine, making this type of thing, just a dirty industrial area, with a lot of warehouses and stuff. It's just my favorite thing to do, and I feel like I make these areas best. Now the amount of assets that are on the workshop makes it so easy to make them well, so it's, I don't know. Also, I apologize if, I'm going to change the textures of, pavement, and gravel a little bit throughout the video, but I actually end up just, sticking with a certain, combination later on. I ended up changing the pavement texture back to the San Bernardo, Cedar Valley type pavement texture, rather than having it be the Montebello one. But then I try to see if the Montebello gravel will look good, and it's too bright. And then also I changed the road brightness a little bit to just get a feel of some lower or higher brightness. And I just don't end up keeping it. So, I mean, it's just temporary, and whatever. So, we'll all be back to normal next episode, but anyway, so I'm just placing a bunch of props around here. Like, I've got a big crane and stuff. I've been placing a lot of cranes. I think it just adds a lot. I mean, sort of what you'd see in a city. Cities are always growing and under construction, so it sort of makes sense to just have cranes everywhere. I don't know, but yeah, next episode I'll probably be doing some sort of thing back towards the main city. And just leaving this for a little while. I really need to fill a certain area. But we'll be back to this, and you'll see how much we got done, and you won't be too disappointed. But I really want to get the transport going, because I want trams going. I really do. I haven't actually, you know, played with trams in this game, really, because I only got the Snowfall DLC sort of recently, so I don't know. But I'm pretty happy that now that I've got it, I can try them out, and I've got some tram assets that I really like. I can't wait to use. So hopefully we can get that going soon. I'd like to probably work on that next episode. We'll see, though. But anyway, I'm placing these oil tanks here, which I think look really cool. I mean, actually, now we're replacing the harbors, which in the actual place that they will finally be in the end. But I mean, it was really annoying because you have to place them by the like shoreline and then move them with Move It, and it's really, really annoying to get harbors to work in this game. I mean, hopefully somebody figures out a better way, but I don't know. Maybe in the future. But I don't think that's possible because you gotta have it connect to the ship lines, and maybe that requires it to be shoreline. I don't know, but maybe we can get some more harbor assets in the future. That'd be cool. But yeah, so this concrete texture I just switched to, I'll probably be staying with, because I think it looks better, and I don't need to add as many decals, which I think works better for the frame rate and the prop limit stuff. Like, I got the more limits mod or whatever, which tells me, you know, my limits, and I think that I'm, like, apparently there are actually limits to network segments and stuff, which is sort of weird, but I guess it makes sense. I just didn't know that, because I don't think anybody's really ever hit that, so I don't think I will either. But you never know, so I'm just going to be careful. But I also looked at my prop limit, which I'm like, I think I'm about, like, I've got like 10,000 props or something, and the limit's like 70,000, something like that. So I don't think I'm going to ever have an issue with my prop limit, so I'm not worried about that. Like, especially after we finish this industrial area, I will have placed like almost all of the props that I'm going to be placing on the map. Like, I'm not going to be doing a ton of detailing in a lot of other places. This is just the main area where I want to do detail and stuff. You know, the industrial area, we're placing a ton of props and stuff. The building limit, in terms of that, I may need to worry about that a little bit more than the prop limit, but I might not. I don't know. I think I've got like 6,000 placed, and the limit's like 50,000, so I'm definitely not worried about it right now. But we'll see as we, you know, expand the grid. We might have to worry about that, but I don't know. In general, it's a little bit surprising how few buildings and props we've placed, at least to me. But anyway, so just pretty much saying that shouldn't be an issue, the building/prop limits, even considering we're going to be, you know, expanding a ton on this map. I'm going to be filling a lot more of the map than a lot of people do with their maps, so, and I'm just going to do it in a smart way where there isn't really an area that feels like it should be developed but is undeveloped. Like, I replaced all the trees on a certain part of our map, and made them just some Mr. Mason trees rather than those pine trees that look a little bit weird, the conifers. I mean, they look good from afar and stuff, but they're, you know, the too low try, I guess. But decided to go for some Mr. Mason trees, which are fine anyway, because the LOD tries are still pretty low, so the frame rate's still fine. But they look really good. But anyway, just point is, I'm just trying to make the map like fill out really well, so when you look from above, it, you know, makes sense. Like, there isn't really anything missing. And like with the national park, we're going to be working on that a lot, and there's going to be a ton of detail, like many campsites and stuff. That's going to be like its own couple of episodes, the national park and the waterfall and the tourism and stuff. I'd like to do that like sooner rather than later, actually, because I mean, like, I've been putting it off forever. Like, I meant to do it like a long time ago, but I never got around to it. But I'm not really too worried about that. I'm just trying to, you know, get our infrastructure and everything planned out right now, and we're almost done with everything like remotely close to downtown, so that's good. So I'm just trying to finish that before you know, we move forward. But anyway, you see, I've got like all these train tracks and stuff. Like, I have a few cargo stations around here, and I'm placing this Miyagi Motors factory complex by Avanya, which is a really incredible building, is actually. But I think I wanted to put a huge factory in here, because why not? I mean, like, it's going to be the only place I really can. And I didn't want to go too crazy with, like, smokestacks or anything. I mean, there are a few of the buildings that do have smokestacks, but, like, I don't want to go for, like, a, you know, gas power plants or anything around here. Like, I want to keep the city a little bit greener on energy. I do need to build a nuclear power plant at some point, though. It'll probably be in more of a rural area, which is still really close to the downtown in comparison to what you'd normally see. I mean, some nuclear power plants are incredibly close to cities. It's sort of scary, but, I mean, I don't want to go for that. I mean, considering how small of a space I have to work with, it's going to have to be somewhere close to the city, but it'll be fine. That's definitely not anytime soon. Yeah, I do want to get this whole project finished up before the summer, possibly. And I've got plans for what we're doing next anyway, so moving forward. You see I'm actually placing these rails for this rail yard. Like, I wanted to do a rail yard here. Like, I haven't really made a rail yard personally, like, either, so this was actually a lot of fun to do. Like, this is a lot of new stuff. Like, you know, I never finish my projects, so, like, I don't get a chance to do a lot of stuff like that. I've never built an airport or anything, which I can't wait to do that. I want to actually do that in the next few episodes, because I know exactly where we're going to do it and stuff, so I definitely want to do that soon. But, I mean, for now, we're just working on this, you know, industrial area. I mean, I don't know, I'm probably just going to call this episode, like, harbor or whatever, even though we're doing a ton of different stuff, like with the rail and, you know, warehouses and stuff. But also this main interchange over here that's sort of connecting these two highways, the highway that goes into the mountains over there and then goes into the harbor, and then the highway that goes from the edge of the map into the city. This interchange is from the workshop. I didn't actually make this. Like, I'm really terrible at making interchanges, and I can't be bothered, so I just get workshop interchanges, and I don't know. I think, there are really nice selections of interchanges in the workshop, so yeah, this is where I actually changed the gravel texture, which, I mean, I think it looks really cool, like, in terms of the contrast, but, like, it doesn't work with decals that well, so I decided to just switch back, and I don't know. It's just more subtle, the other gravel texture, and it's not as in your face. So I just ended up staying with that, but just trying this out. So just ignore it. Just placing some train cars and stuff. So these are all Besquegelhausen's assets. I mean, there are a few by Tim the Terrible, but almost all of them are by Besquegelhausen, which, like, they have such an amazing balance of tries and detail. Like, you'd never guess that, you know, they have such low tries. And the texturing is amazing as well. They're just really amazing. And I was messaging Besquegelhausen and, you know, sending him pictures of my rail yard and whatever. He was saying that I shouldn't have container cars in this rail yard because it wouldn't make sense, but I'm not gonna change it. I can't be bothered. I mean, like, I'm not even going for that level of realism, so it's like, I don't know. But it was cool to get some feedback on that, and he told me to change a little bit of a layout. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, right here I'm just trying to figure out how exactly to do the roads that are going through the actual tracks, because I mean, I didn't want to create so many crossings, so I ended up going for the style that Strict has been doing in the Arrowhead Rail Yard, for example, which is pretty much just drag it across with Anarchy and just move it to get the textures to work together well, and I mean, it looks pretty good, so yeah, anyway, just placing some decals and foliage. I mean, like, it took a long time to place all of this foliage. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge rail yard, so I couldn't exactly use a brush or anything, and prop line tool was only useful for some things, and I mean, it just took a while, but I mean, it's done now, but it did take a long time, so I barely put any of it on camera, but there's enough for you to see. But yeah, so just trying to get this little area in between these other tracks on the other side and this main rail yard, just filling it with some foliage. I mean, my foliage style keeps changing. Like, I'm using a like pretty much Mr. Mason trees right now, and that's about it. And then some of the flowers by Breeze, but that's pretty much it. I mean, there's that conifer there, but I mean, Mr. Mason trees. Yeah, just placing some decals here in the main rail yard. I've been using a variety of decals recently. I want to get down to, you know, a few decals, because I mean, there's some that are just better than others that I want to just use more and stuff, but I mean, the variety is always good. And I'm just placing some of these British warehouses. These have just been a lifesaver. Like, they just look so good, and they fit really well for an area like this. And I'm just placing some trees and whatever around. And I mean, but these UK warehouses, they're really nice. I'm just gonna keep them all downloaded like forever. I mean, even if I'm just doing a project that doesn't even require, you know, warehouses or anything, they can be used for so many things, like for you know, even just a back area, like sort of like self-storage or something. I don't know. Yeah, we're sort of back towards the main harbor now, and just placing some factories and stuff, mostly just warehouses, but just placing fences, and then I place some containers right here. I don't know how realistic it is to have so many containers stacked on top of each other, like, you know, in a back area. Like, I don't know, but whatever. It fills the space really well. And I mean, I just made this harbor at the right time, because Avania released these new container props, which are just absolutely amazing. If you have not downloaded them, please do. They are really good. They're just, the texturing is amazing, and I mean, we haven't actually had a really nice set of container props that are just consistent with each other. I mean, we've had some just random ones from random collections of props and stuff, or even not even collections, just randomly to go for a certain asset. But we haven't had, you know, a really nice set of a ton of containers in so many varieties and forms and stuff, and sizes, and, you know, stacks even now. So yeah, it's nice, but I've just been placing a ton of them because they fill space really well. Placing some more of those cement bags, and yeah, just some piles of stuff. Like, I saw $2.20, who's another Cities Skylines YouTuber you should definitely check out. If you haven't seen his channel, definitely check it out. He's working on a themed project right now, which is like a 1987 project, where he's sort of basing everything off, you know, that sort of time, with only older cars and stuff like that. So you definitely want to check that out. I'll link his channel in the description, if I don't, remind me. But yeah, he's been making really good stuff recently. But he used those new natural disasters piles to make, like, you know, as you can see, just really cool piles. Like, I was only using the cement fragments, but combining those with, you know, some other stuff is really cool. But yeah, just placing some more containers back here. I mean, the containers just really do the trick, to be honest. Like, they fill space really well, and just, you had those dirt decals. Like, I've been really liking the Ronix dirt decals, like, a lot more recently. I've been using them a ton. And yeah, just making another one of those piles of stuff. It's like, it looks really good. It fills space so well. But yeah, anyway. So, just placing some pallets and forklifts and stuff. More decals. I've been using the puddle decals a lot as well. I mean, the puddle decals, I think they were a little bit weird before. I don't know why. I just couldn't use them right. But I've been using them recently, and they're just really nice, because, I mean, they're definitely puddles all over the place, in a, you know, an area like this. So, yeah, just placing some more piles of stuff, and I end up fencing this area off. Like, you know, I've been fencing stuff off, like, a lot more. Like, I feel like when you fence stuff off, it just sections things off and gives them a place, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like, it defines everything so much better. And, oh yeah, you see that taxi depot over there. Yeah, I really like that asset. Thanks to Taser for, you know, showing me that. It's really nice. I didn't really realize people had made, like, other taxi depots, but One person made a few, and this one is just so nice. So placing some of these Brooklyn warehouses, which I think fill an area like this really well, and just, I mean, I ended up combining just a lot of construction props with those, and just doing these piles and, you know, stuff like that. And when I place the alleyways, I also place concrete roads combined with those, because it gives you a nice combination of, you know, textures and levels and stuff. So as you can see, that's sort of what I'm doing. And then I mean, like, since I'm placing so many of these train tracks with anarchy, I needed to, you know, even some of them out. I mean, they created a lot of glitches and stuff, which is not too fun, but I'm just placing some more containers now, which I think work pretty well, as I've said so many times. I mean, and then you just place the piles of stuff around them. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, the amount of new assets and stuff on the workshop has just been crazy, like, for especially for something like this. And I mean, these piles are obviously in the vanilla game, so if you have not tried them already, you definitely should. I mean, they came with the update, with the free update for the natural disasters, so you should find it, Amazing Mod, and just search up pile, and you'll be able to find those. But anyway, I'm just detailing the area behind these silos here, and, you know, I was filling it with a lot of foliage. I wanted to make this area pretty overgrown. I figured that'd be pretty cool, just under the rail, which I decided to do an elevated rail, and then I set it to the bridge mode so I could get that model, and I think it looks great. So yeah, just this whole area is just shaping up to look really amazing, and I can't wait to show you the live gameplay. I haven't actually recorded that yet, so it'll be a lot of fun to show you what we've built. I mean, there's so much to go over. I mean, this is probably going to take a while, but yeah, just placing some warehouses finally over here. Just the final warehouses. I mean, like this, I'm just pretty much adding the final touches to this whole little area. I just wanted to fill certain areas that I hadn't before, just so it looked a little bit more finished before I ended the episode. So we have like 3 more minutes of time lapse or something, and I'll talk for like another minute, and then I'll give you guys some music to listen to, and just do that until the time lapse ends. But for now, we're just placing some warehouses, you know, all aligns with each other, which I think is good. I mean, since I used a combination of different warehouses, like, it looks really nice from above. But yeah, so these are like some of the Ivania warehouses, just, you know, placed, like, I clipped them together. Actually, no, they aren't really clipped, they're just placed side by side in a way where it looks like there are, you know, longer warehouses, but it's actually just, you know, 2 of one certain type. But anyway, using Surface Painter to make some concrete areas here, and placing some more of these UK warehouses. I wasn't sure how to fill this area, because the shape was a little bit weird. So, I mean, I ended up just going with a bunch of concrete and, you know, containers and stuff, I think. I mean, with some more warehouses, like, get some Brooklyn ones here. And then I ended up, like, there was an area that, like, I could, you know, add some foliage to, so I decided to do that. So it looks a little bit more natural, because I just wanted to do that. Don't want too much concrete around here, but yeah, I'm gonna stop talking for a few minutes, and you can listen to some music. I will be back to show you what we've built in just a moment. Hey everybody, I'm ready to show you what we've just built in this episode. So first off, this is the glitch I was talking about. Just loaded the game up and, here, let me turn the music off. Just loaded the game up and, you know, this little area that's closed in, it must be because of that. It just, you know, starts a tsunami. It's really weird. I have no clue. If any of you know how to fix that, that'd be great, because I don't, I mean, these seawalls I gotta replace, but, you know, like, if I do it now, you know, next time I load my game, same thing will happen, so it's just really annoying. But anyway, so I just like to start off here, over here, so I guess this area, just hover over quickly. I mean, this is just a small area, nothing around it's done, and it's really similar to everything else, so I'll show you everything else instead. Here, I'll go into this mode. There are definitely no problems. I have no idea why they have issues with natural resources right now, because I've got like so many connections and everything. I'm gonna turn the simulation off because lag. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm getting like a really inconsistent frame rate right now. It's annoying, but whatever, we're good. So, you know, over here, this is like the main harbor with oh, here's the ship here. Awesome. Hello. And off it goes. So we've got like these gas silos and some lofts and stuff, and I don't know, I like this area. Just get some bulk, what would you call these? Just the bulk storage, yeah, over here with different resources and some more oil silos, stuff like that. I'm not sure how I like this elevated track, but I think it's fine. I like it. I mean, I don't want to extend the land out more, so I figure I'll go for this, and I'm fine with it being, like, you know, really natural around here. I want to keep nature in even, like, an area like this in this city, so, anyway, this area I didn't actually cover. This is just, like, a little construction area, nothing much here. This is, like, the last area we did, this inner area, lots of warehouses and stuff. This just looks beautiful with the skyline in the background. Yeah, we got these cranes and stuff, and just these warehouses, just so beautiful with all the containers and stuff. And then this area, which is really just natural and stuff. I'm happy I did this. I just didn't want to have it all be concrete, so did that. I think it looks cool. These larger warehouses here. And this is the Miyagi Motors factory, which I think looks really great. I wanted to add like a big factory in here because, I mean, why not? It's the only place I could add it. So anyway, moving forward, I mean, over here, more warehouses. Not all detailed or anything. We'll come back to that, though. I really like this area. Like, these Brooklyn warehouses are so cool. Just looking from the street. Just amazing. But yeah, under the rail line, we've got some containers and piles of junk, stuff like that. And these train tracks here, I really like. There's like a train station or two, or a cargo station or two, like over here. There's one right there, one right here. I'm gonna move on to the rail yard now, I guess. So yeah, this area I really like. I mean, I needed to balance openness and clutter here, and I think I did a pretty good job, and the textures look really beautiful, especially thanks to Besquigglehausen and his amazing trains, and the skyline. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this just, wow. I'm just so happy with how this area turned out, and we've just got some warehouses, the UK warehouses, combined with, I mean, this is a Brooklyn warehouse, and then over here's this weird one. I have no idea who made this. I really like it, though. And yeah, I mean, over here, like, below the highway, I like this area. It's just, you know, some junk, and whoa, there's a little, I haven't actually connected power here, sorry about that, but that'll come in the future. I gotta add some grass here to cover that out, that little glitch, because I placed that with Anarchy. You're gonna get those glitches. Yeah, I placed some shacks down here, some of the Beard Monkey shacks. They're really amazing assets. It's just, this is like the only place I'm gonna be able to use them. I mean, maybe I'll find somewhere else, but yeah, I really like how this area looks like with the rails coming up here, because these trees, like, you gotta use trees right. I've learned that. Like, these trees are, like, I use the bald cypress, which has the moss on it, which, I mean, it just makes the area look really natural and overgrown, and I think it's amazing. You gotta use trees right, because, like, you know, this area is just, like, some grasses and then these pine trees. Like, I don't know. You just gotta use trees right, as I said. And I've sort of learned over time, like, what combinations work best. And also, over here, this is, like, a rail yard that's gonna have, like, some container cars, because Besquigglehausen wanted me to have a separate rail yard with container cars only, and not have any container cars in the main rail yard, except I have some there, and I'm not getting rid of them because I can't be bothered. So, whatever. I'm just gonna make a rail yard here with some container cars, because why not? Just a separate little thing. Just a smaller one. So, please am half of the way. But, anyway. So, that's pretty much it. I mean, just from above, like, this is just a lot of work we did this episode. I mean, but yeah, I feel like I can finish this area in the next, like, month or so if I really try. But I really do want to finish this, like, fill this whole area as well. So we've got so much to do, but we did fill a lot in this episode. And I mean, like, there's so much detail in here that it's just even crazier how much space we filled. And I mean, this as well, like, whole nother project, this whole rail yard. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. It really is appreciated, helps the video a lot. And subscribe if you're new around here. Hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload. You'll never miss an upload that way, and you can join the notification squad and be early every video. And follow me on Twitter, the link's in the description. It's the best way to contact me. I post teasers and stuff like that, and yeah, it's great there. Comment if you have any more feedback. And I don't know. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.